2002's Star Fox Adventures for the GameCube marked a drastic change of direction for the Star Fox series, with it taking an action-adventure route instead of the space battle gameplay seen with previous titles. Adventures also saw the introduction of new characters, with one of these being Krystal, and it has recently been revealed that there's actually quite an interesting story behind Krystal's character design. The info was revealed by shoot'emuplations.com, who are involved in translating game dev interviews, which have previously remained in Japanese and was unseen by most people over in the West. On March 29th, they released a Japanese interview from way back in 2002 with Star Fox's art director and character designer Takaya Imamura. And the interview reveals some curious trivia on the inspiration behind Krystal and also some interesting thoughts from Miyamoto. In the interview, Takaya is asked which of Adventure's characters he was most attached to which he says, "That's be Krystal. Krystal is a character that had been around since the early versions of Dinosaur Planet. But as that game was making the transition into a Star Fox game, they asked, so should we get rid of Krystal? But I thought it'd be a waste to scrap her, so when I visited Rare, I drew a ton of pictures." He then goes on to explain, "There's an American comic called Vampirella that I'm really into. That character's a female vampire who wears risque costumes. And so I drew some quick sketches of Krystal with that kind of image and had a lot of discussions with Rare. And so this version of Krystal turned out to be much sexier than the Dinosaur Planet version. Miyamoto and I were both aiming to add a little sex appeal, I guess. I think Miyamoto's always wanted to add that flavor. I think somewhere in his mind, Miyamoto's always pictured Star Fox as somewhat mature, and he's been saying things like, wouldn't it be good to add a slightly sexy character since the beginning? Likewise for Star Fox 64, although the game certainly appeals to children somewhat, I think Miyamoto felt that leaning fully into that would be going too far, and he wanted to add some more mature touches where possible. He then goes on to further expand, with the interviewer saying, "Of all the female characters that have appeared in Rare's games thus far, this was the first one I really liked." And Takaya replying, "Right, I think I was able to come up with a design that Japanese people could latch onto. I don't know whether she'll continue to appear in future games, but since she was positioned as the heroine of Star Fox Adventures, it was important to design her so that she wouldn't look out of place next to the established Star Fox cast." And so there you have it. That was the inspiration behind Krystal's character design, and this was something that was not only approved by Miyamoto, but Miyamoto has always seen Star Fox as being somewhat mature, unlike a lot of other Nintendo games from this era. It's also interesting to see Takaya's thoughts as a character designer and art director on the British company's Rare's art direction, and how he didn't really like any of Rare's other female character designs, but with Krystal he did, and was then also able to come up with a design that he feels that Japanese people could latch onto. For the curious, back when Star Fox Adventures was originally being worked on by Rare as Dinosaur Planet prior to Nintendo getting involved and turning it into Star Fox Adventures, Krystal sported quite a different design, with her having a much rounder face and wearing a brown dress and brown boots. And in regards to Takaya saying he doesn't know whether she'll continue to appear in future games, she in fact would appear in several games following this interview. This includes her returning in both Star Fox Assault and Star Fox Command, as well as making multiple appearances in the Smash Bros. Series, with her most recent appearance being for Smash Ultimate, where she appears as an assist trophy. What are your thoughts on Krystal? Do you want to see her return in a new Star Fox game? As always, let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and there will also be a link to the full interview if you want to go check that out in the description. Until next time, thank you for watching.